Hello, everybody, and welcome to your day 18 three-syllable word video. This time we're going to be diving into, like I said, three-syllable words. So that means we're going to feel our jaws dropping three times instead of two times this time. And so here's what we're going to do. I need you to go ahead and get your dry erase marker, get your dry erase board, so that way you are following along with us. Okie dokie. So we're going to start off with the word volcano. We're going to dive right in here. Volcano has three syllables. Volcano. Here's the thing about the word volcano. Remember we talked about in the two-syllable one, we briefly talked about open syllables. There are two open syllables in this word because we hear that K and we hear that no. Those are those long vowel sounds that keep on going. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the vowel. Vowel is a closed syllable. All right. So v. And remember when O and L are together, it makes like that O sound, like in roll. Okay. That's why you have that O there. So we know that's O-L, vol. That's our first syllable. What is our second syllable? Vol, K. K. So we're going to put C in egg. A. Remember, like I told you, C goes with usually your A's, O's, and U's. All right. Not K. C. K goes with I and E, okay? Because we know if we put C beside an I or E, we will not get that K. We get a S sound, okay? The next one, no. All right? N, O. So let's put it together. Vol, K, no. Volcano. All right? Good job. Let's go ahead and erase that. All right, keep those lines for your three syllables though, because we want to make sure we're breaking up each syllable and spelling each syllable. The next one that we're going to spell is the word cucumber. All right. Cucumber. All right. So put your hand underneath your chin. Cucumber. How many open syllables do you hear in cucumber? Where do you hear that long vowel sound just going? In the Q, right? So it's going to be C, because remember, we hear that long U sound. Remember, when we use the A, O, or U, we use what letter? C. U, right? All right, the next syllable, Q, come. K, um. I'm breaking it up. Burr. B. What makes that sound majority of the time at the end of a word? ER. So here we go. Q, ver. Cucumber. All right. So we put it together and that's what our word is. All right. All right. Now we're going to the next one. Go ahead and erase that. The next one we're going to do is the word elephant. Now with elephants, okay, before we start, we hear a f sound, but it's not an F. This is a digraph. Do you remember the digraph that goes as in like phone? It's PH. Good job. All right, so let's go. Let's go ahead and divide our syllables up. L, E, vent. How many open syllables do we hear? One. All right. And that's going to be our second syllable. So let's for our L. What makes that L sound? Remember, when E and L are beside each other, they go L. And then we hear that open syllable E. And then we hear fence. And that glue sound. And elephant, right? So we have it here. Now let's put this together. L E fent makes elephant. Okie dokie. Go ahead and write that word out. Good job. All right, let's erase it. And I'm going to do one more word with you. And then guess what? You're going to have a couple of practice words for your parents to check and make sure that that you are on track. All right, so now the next word is going to be astronaut. Let's chop it up. Astronaut. I hear one open syllable, right? Because I hear that oh. All right. But let's go ahead and start off with the first syllable. Ass. So astro. Remember, there is no such thing as CHR. When we hear that tr, it's that TR sound that we hear. Tr. Oh. So we have astronaut. Now, this all sound that you hear is not going to be do you remember what vowel tone comes in the middle of a word that goes all? Do you remember? What two vowels are those? When they're together, they go all inside of a weird word. It's A, U, not, not. All right. So we're going to go astronaut. And that, my friend, is how you spell that word. So you're going to use the same techniques. And when you do, you're going to use these words and you can pause so that way you can like take your time and write the first word when I say it, then the second word, and then the third word. Well, we only have two, okay? The first word is computer. Computer. So pause the video if you need to, because I'm going to say the next word. And then when you're ready, hit play, and then the next word will come. The next word, the last word is coconut. 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 All right. So have fun spelling and stay tuned for the next video.